Hey guys, and welcome back to Teen Questions with me, Hollow. Just so you know, gonna be dyeing my hair soon, so be ready for that. I've got this Twitch sub goal, in which I'm going to dye my hair while I visit my girlfriend in Germany, Lini, and she's gonna dye it for me. I said I don't know, whatever, just I guess whatever they vote for, and yeah, it's gonna happen. In my first stream the other day, we got halfway through the sub goal and I made it significantly bigger than it normally is, twice as big in fact, and we're already halfway there in the first stream, so it's probably gonna happen, so there's your warning. Oh god, I'm gonna need some tea. Otherwise, guys, let's begin our Teen Question show. What a great opening. First question comes from Tom. Will you be making a series on Lords of the Fallen? Actually, it looks quite good, shockingly, and I'm thinking about it. It's quite Dark Souls-y, the combat-y, and the sort of story of it seems very, very interesting. I saw it at EGX, Eurogamer, but I never actually took the time to play it because I wasn't that into it. And I've seen like a trailer of it, and I'm actually, honestly, quite impressed. So that's a solid maybe. But yeah, maybe. It actually looks really good and really underrated, so look out for that, guys. I'll announce it if I'm gonna. Next is This Is My Opinion, Yay. What a great name. Hey, hello. I'm always really impatient and afraid of trying something new and then failing. Any tips on how to deal with it? Well, this is something that every person ever experiences in their life. You know, it is being afraid to try in case you fail, you know? You would rather not fail and not try than attempt and fail, or attempt and, you know, actually do it. And what I gotta say to you is, if you're afraid of trying something and you want to try something, you know, maybe a type of sport or a new hobby or saying something to someone, whatever it is, just do it. You have a limited time. We're not immortal. It is sometimes hard to swallow, but, you know, ultimately one day everyone dies. And the sooner you get through that in your head, you know, the less everything seems less scary. You know, you become more confident. You know, technically, you know, whatever, any day something could happen to anyone you love or you. That's just how life is, I'm afraid. And being afraid to do something and holding yourself back when you only have so long is just a bad idea. Do what it is you want to do. You know, experience life. Don't hold yourself back and just go for it. The worst thing that's going to happen is that you're going to fail. Who gives a damn? You learn something. Every time you lose, every time you fail at anything ever in life, you are going to learn something and improve. And the next time you go to do that thing, you're going to be better at it and you're probably going to succeed. So just do it. Jump in with both feet. Experience, progress, and improve as a person and enjoy life. I know that's very open and not specific to maybe what you're thinking, but that's the best way I can answer that question to all of my viewers, and that's my advice. Just fucking do it. And you'll feel better for it, man. It's like a roller coaster. You're really scared of going on a roller coaster, and then you go on, and then 3 minutes later, you're like, I fucking love roller coasters. Why did I ever not want to do that? That was horrifying, but really fun, and now life seems exciting all of a sudden. That's what roller coaster exists for, and it's that kind of hurdle that you must beat. You just have to jump in with both feet, guys. And I wish you the best of luck with that. Next question comes from Rubber Chicken Zilla. What a fucking amazing name. If you name your tea and then drink it, is that inhumane? Like some sort of murderous, this is Jeffrey, then slowly drinks Jeffrey's fluid throughout the episode? Yeah, that was pretty fucked up, wasn't it? I named my tea and then drank it live on video. Very strange. I regret previous actions. Next question comes from DFS Gaming. Why the sudden interest in CSGO? Well, actually, it's not sudden. I saw CS as a game, and I know a lot of people have played it for a long time, and I just thought it was, you know, just a good FPS, but not something that I'd wanted to play yet. CSGO came out 2 years ago, and, you know, Josh played it and did, like, this sort of, like, Rage perspective on it, and it looked alright, but again, I wasn't massively interested in FPSs, and I don't know, about 2 months ago or something like that, I just felt like I kind of want to play an FPS, but I don't want to play something crap like Call of Duty and something, you know, a bit like broken like Battlefield, and so I was just like, what do I want to play? And I was just looking, and I saw a few videos on CSGO, and I was like, this is actually really, like, it's not just run around the map, shoot people, and then die. It's specifically really in-depth, high skill. There is such fine intricacies to this game that I just thought were really fucking cool. And the way people spoke to each other, like, you know, the community seemed like, obviously there's toxic people in every community, but there are some situations where you experience people who want to work together and you actually have fun talking to people you don't know. And I've had this experience several times now, and it's just really fucking cool. It's not that expensive a game, so I gave it a shot. And then all my friends did at the same time when I was doing it. So I'm just playing it with my friends and having so much fun, man. Just it's an absolute blast. And if you've not seen the CS:GO videos, I recommend you at least try one because I fucking love it, man. It is so good. The case openings are also a good way to understand it. It's like hats from TF in CS. Valve are amazing at making me want to spend my money, man. Goddamn Valve. Jesper says there's co-op in Rebirth. Actually, a few people have said this. And yeah, basically it's like fake co-op. I didn't actually know this, but it's like I load into a game and it's only on LAN and local apparently. So that means that one person will be using one side of the keyboard and the other person will be using the other side of the keyboard. And it's kind of an old sort of feel. I used to do this in like ICT class when I'd finish my work with my mates. We'd like open up a Flash game and one of us would be using WASD and the other would be using the arrow keys to move around. And one uses space to fire, one uses like left click to fire. And it was just like a LAN, little fight that you had with enemies and going through levels and stuff. And it's actually an amazing idea to put that in Isaac. Isaac has amazing ideas. There's like mini Bomberman in it. There's mini Pac-Man. There's lots of mini games from old nostalgic feel games and references that really make that game amazing. And it's the combination of so many great things in 2D games that you used to play or Flash games. And that's why Isaac's so great. And in this, they put in this co-op mode where basically there's an Isaac and then there'll be like a ghost that's helping him. At the expense of the health of Isaac, you get this guy that's helping you. So it's going to be really cool to play with someone helping you and just make for different videos. And I'm really looking forward to it. But it's not proper, I talked about it's not proper co-op. It isn't like a new character like Isaac, a new character. It's just a ghost that's sort of there. Like it's blatantly co-op, blatantly not part of the story, blatantly just a thing that's there that's helping. It's not part of anything really. It's not proper co-op. And like I explained, I think in Isaac 3, if that ever comes out, then maybe co-op, legit co-op will be a thing, like online co-op or something. That would be really cool. Or like versus, I don't know. But it's like mini fake co-op. But it's still going to be good and I'm still excited for it. So yes, acknowledged, guys. Relax. All right, next question comes from Mr. Snakey. So Hollow, forced reviews. Soon. Green Juice asks, with the podcast, I was talking about maybe doing a podcast and ideas for it, maybe you could stream it so viewers can suggest topics. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. That's actually a really good idea. I could host the podcast, I could bring people on, and during it, we could read questions and react to chat and answer questions as a group. Like that. That would be actually kind of a cool idea. And then I could upload the whole 30 minutes, whatever, to YouTube for the people who weren't there for the stream. Maybe I'll get chat on screen or something. That's a very interesting idea, sir. I will have to think about that. Thanks a lot for the idea, Green Juice. All right, final question. It's a big one. From Lala Shama. Cool name. Hey, Hollow. Recently, one of my best online friends decided to quit the game we were playing and gaming in general because his parents think he is wasting his life. P.S. He works and helps them with money and such, but they still won't stop going on about it. We've been great friends for close to 2 years now, and I'm terribly bummed out that he's just quitting because of his parents not understanding. That it is his hobby and a form of stress relief to get away from it all, his parents especially. The game we play is called World of Warcraft. Thank you. That's how you and Josh met in real life. And then he goes on to say a few other things, but that's like the main idea of the question. So yeah, that's actually how I met Josh. I played WoW, he played WoW, and then he heard that I played WoW and came up to me in person and talked to me about it, basically. And yeah, we started playing together and blah, blah, blah. It's an amazingly fun thing to have a online friend who you're just really good friends with, This is a person. Online internet, it's like in your friendship group or whatever, or like you go to school, right, and you have your class. There's like 30 people in this class. You might not have a person that you really like and get along with in that class. There's only 30 people to choose from in this class. Whereas online, there is literally billions of people online. You have a choice between billions of people and tons of people to experience and interact with. And eventually, you're more likely to find someone who really you get along with, and that's online. Now, gaming in general is a thing that causes stress and relieves stress. Whether you take it seriously and competitively, or whether you just enjoy the game or you play it casually, whatever. But everything comes in moderation, and this is very important. I played games far too much when I was younger, and my parents were also concerned with it. They never limited me, or rather they did. They made sure that I stopped doing it after a certain time, but they never limited me and said you can't game anymore or something. It's a passion, it's something you love to do, gaming, and it is for me especially, obviously where I am now. But I gotta say, maybe he was doing it too much. You gotta take that into account. Maybe he was gaming the moment he got back from school or something like that until he went to bed every night and not doing anything else. No other hobbies, no other interests. That's where parents get concerned, that's a thing, that's a real thing. If it's a hobby and it's something to relieve stress and something he enjoys, he does a couple of hours every night or whatever, totally okay. Then the parents are in the wrong, It's a bit of both, I think. You have to do it in moderation, and the parents have to be understanding. You're right. In your comment, you actually said that maybe he should sit down and talk to them, and maybe you should talk to him about that. Sit down and tell them why he games, why he enjoys it. Playing too much is definitely a thing that could be a problem. It definitely can be, because if you enjoy something too much, you may do it too much. Everything in moderation. You could play football too much, man. You could play so much you damage your legs permanently, for example. You damage your eyes permanently by gaming. These are things. You gotta take everything in moderation and explain that to him. And he needs to talk to his parents and talk to them and tell them he loves gaming and he loves making friends and interacting with you and his friends in general. You talk about that and show them how it can be a good thing, not just a bad thing. That's kind of what I did with my parents at some point, and they just sort of understood it. So that's my advice. You kind of already have worked out the problem and a solution. Just talk to your friend. If you really give a damn about this person, then try to help, and I wish you the best of luck for that, man. But otherwise, guys, that is Tea and Questions. I hope you have enjoyed. I'm going to take a sip. And yes, please, if you have a question and you think it's interesting, it's not a what if, it's like a question like that, then please go ahead and leave the question as a comment on this video. That's how I'm going to look through and pick. Best of luck with that. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Please leave a like if you have. I've been Hollow, you've been you. See you next time, guys.